जी करें स्टार्ट।
कि सब आएंगे तब स्टार्ट करूं?
नहीं कर दें टाइम हो गया। मरियम आपका माइक बंद है।
My name is Mariam Akhtar and I am from BS Chemistry Department. Today I am going to talk about my presentation topic, and the name of my topics are 3 minor topics and 3 major topics. The 3 major topics are soap, detergents, and the types of soap and detergents. And the 3 minor topics are surfactant, builders, additives of soap and detergents, and missile formation, and at last, I would like to tell you the difference between the soap and the detergent. So let me take start from the soap. Soap. What is the definition of the soap? Here is the layout of the soap. The headings are history of the soap making, examples, soap working and the action of the soap ingredients of soap raw materials, function and the properties of the ingredients, manufacturing process of the soap, and manufacturing machines that are used in the manufacturing process, structure of the soap molecules, chemical equation of the soap, cleansing action of the soap, effect of the soap in cleansing, advantages of the soap, disadvantages of the soap, types of the soaps, mechanism of the soap, and home making remedies, in which I would like to tell you the ingredients, formulas, and the method. And at last, the most important and the main topic, missile formation, its definition, its types, and its structure. So first of all, I will tell you the history of the soap. In olden days, clothes were cleaned by beating them on the rocks in the nearest streams. This practice was followed even today if we see in the village. Sometimes plants such as soap nut. Soap nut is basically the cleaning agent in which saponin, which is a chemical compound that produces a soapy leather, is used as a cleansing agent. But when we see in the written record of the soap, we may come to know the written record written by the Roman Pliny the Elder. He described in his sentences, he described the sentences of the soap by goat tallow and ashes. Sodium hydroxide is basically was heated with the animal fat. Goat tallow is the animal fat or vegetable oil. And in this record, he described sentences of the soap by using the goat tallow and ashes. He combined these two to produce the soap. On the large scale, we can't produce the soap at that time, but now we are producing soap on the large scale after this, the manufacturing of the alkalis on the large scale. Now, let me tell you something about the soap manufacturers. Soap is basically manufactured by the process called batch process. Batch process is a process which involves a sequence of steps followed in a specific order. The batch process of the soap is followed by these 4 steps to make the soap. The first is the preparation of the raw materials that are actually used for the soap. The second one is the saponification of the soap. The third one is the glycerin removal and the soap purification. And the fourth is the finishing of the soap. So the how we can prepare the raw material. There are different machines that are used for the manufacturing of these 3 things. The preparation of the raw material are as follows. First of all, the calculated amount of the raw material is selected in order to get the desired product, and the product here is a soap. and glycerin is a byproduct here. The exact amount of raw material is determined by the sponification material or sponification value. Sponification value is basically the number of milligrams of the alkali required to complete sponify 1 gram of the fat. The raw materials are imported tallow and the liquid fat, which are fed into the setting tanks, and the steam is circulated in the pipes, and then it is filtered where the unwanted material are settled down and removed. Then the solid alkali are diluted. When the solid alkali are diluted with the help of water, and then after these all things, the pure tallow and alkali are fed into the soap kettle. Now the second step, sponification. In sponification, the raw material in the soap kettle, the the chemical reaction occur. The triglyceride and the caustic soda. The triglyceride is basically the combination of three fatty acids and a glycerol. Here in soap kettle, the triglyceride and the sodium is converted into the soap and glycerol. Glycerol is the side product here, and this reaction is exothermic, in which the heat is evolved. Now, the helical pipe agitator is used in the soap kettle, which has a circular pipe and also have perforation, and steam is used in making the soap. And rosin is a material or a substance that are used in this sonification, which are added in order to get the transparency in the soap. In the chemical reaction, triglyceride plus caustic soda give us glycerin and soap. Glycerin is a byproduct, and metallic salt of fatty acid is a chemical nature of the soap. In laundry soap, harsh alkali sodium hydroxide is used. In toilet soap, we use potassium hydroxide. The third step is glycerin removal and purification. It is more valuable than soap. So, so glycerin must be removed and soap is purified here. The product is washed with water to remove all the unwanted material, and soap are withdrawn from the soap kettle. The fourth and the final step of the manufacturing of the soap is finishing. The solid soap from the pan is blended with the builders and additives. Here in finishing, we add many builders and additives into the soap in the machine called crusher. Sodium silicate is also added into the laundry detergent, which acts as an inhibitor, which is then shaped into bar and cutting into different desired products. Soap still contains little quantity of water, which is then evaporated by a dry air. After that, we may add perfume and colors for after the final packaging occurs. This is how the soap is manufactured. Now, let me tell you something about soapless soap. What is soapless soap? Soapless soap is basically different from the general soap. In such a way, we also say it's non-soap cleansers. We refer the soap free liquid cleanser because soapless soap is basically a free liquid cleanser with a slightly acidic pH. Here's the difference from the soap, that it is slightly acidic pH. It has slightly acidic pH. They come in liquid and powder form and are used to clean and disinfect objects for the very surface as well as clothing and skin. Now, how it is made? Soapless soap is basically made from the aromatic hydrocarbons found in crude oil. The hydrocarbon is mixed with the acid with high sulfuric content. Then the solution is neutralized. After the neutralization, the whole solution is stabilized with the sodium hydroxide to make it functioning well and usable well. Now, how it is different from the normal soap. In true soap, we come to know that there are two raw materials, fat oil or and alkali, to form the soap. A non-soap cleanser or a soapless soap perform the same cleansing function but the synthetic. It is chemically generated reaction rather than a natural reaction of the true soap. Now, what are the advantages of the soapless soap? They are formulated in such a way that it doesn't leave a soap scum in the hard water. But when we see that the soap after coming moving toward this actual topic soap, we'll come to know that the soap will give us scum when it is in hard water, used in hard water. But the soapless soap are formulated in such a way that the soap scum isn't produced in hard water. It can be used in hard water as well as soft water. They wet the fabrics more quickly and more readily than the soap. It can dissolve even in cool water, but it also has a disadvantages. And let me tell you the disadvantages of the soapless soap. It is it is basically non-biodegradable, making them more dangerous to the environment. It contains high pH balance that can react poorly with the skin, causing irritation and allergies. It is the biggest disadvantages of the soapless soap. When the biodegradable soapless soap degrades, they consume much of the oxygen in the water, which can be harmful for the surrounding life supported by the water. This is the disadvantages of the water. Now, let me tell you the another history of the soap. I have studied different books and I have found this history too. So I'm gonna tell you the history, another history of the soap. Soap is named according to the ancient world Roman legend from the Mount Sappho, where the animals were sacrificed. How the earlier soap was formed. According to the history in the certain book, how the earlier soap was formed. When the rain washed a mixture of melted animal fat or a tallow. Animal fat is basically tallow or alkali can be used as lye. When the rain washed a mixture of the melted tallow and wood ashes down into the clay soil along the Tiber River. Women found this clay mixture as a soap and made it a cleansing agent and used it as a cleanser. This is another history of the soap. So let me tell you the definition of the soap. Soap is basically the cleansing agent created by the chemical reaction of the fatty acid with the alkali metal hydroxide. What are the properties of this soap? Soap is basically soap isn't has natural origin. It is biodegradable. It is eco-friendly. Soap is basically the sodium salt of potassium of long chain fatty acid that has cleansing action in water. Soap is a baseless base is a water base. Here is the example of the soap. This is long. In further points, I will tell you the structure of it. Here is it is example. You just hear and see the example. This is the soap molecule is the example of it, and you can see the structure of the soap molecule. So this is the chemical formula of the preparation of the soap. This is a triglyceride, which is formed by the three fatty acid and glycerol. This is the alkali or alkaline solution, and another word is lye. This is the alkaline solution. By reacting both, we can form soap and the side product glycerine. This is the structure of the glycerine, and the whole process is called saponification. This is the Chemical composition of the soap molecule. This is the soap molecule.
मरियम ये
It
आपकी
has,
उल्टी हो गई है सारी 180 के एंगल पे घुमाना पड़ेगा जी
is it okay now? Chemical composition of the soap molecule. Soap molecule, this is a soap molecule and it has basically two parts. This is the long hydrocarbon chain and this is the short ionic part. This is basically the hydrophilic part of the soap molecule, which is dissolved in water and it keeps away from the hydrocarbon. This is the long hydrocarbon chain, which is hydrophobic. It actually grabs the dirt or oil or anything and keeps away from the water. Now, I'm going to talk about the cleansing action of this soap. The cleansing action of the soap. When the soap molecule come in contact with oil or dirt or the non-polar part attached with that oil or dirt. Over the time, it gathered and attached more soap molecules come in contact with the dirt or a oil. Then the structure formed, a ball-like structure is formed, which is known as missile formation. Soap is in the formation. The cleansing action is basically is due to the missile formation of the soap. And what is the missile formation? I will tell you a illustration of the soap molecule after this. Here, the missile formation is formed. Here we can see that the soap molecule has trapped the oil or a dirt or a dust, whatever it is. Basically, what happened? This is a missile formation. A ball-shaped structure is formed when a large number of soap molecules is gathered around the dirt or oil. The hydrocarbon and are clamped together on the inside, and the polar heads are on the outside. These missile molecules lifted off as it bear a negative charge outside, as it has the shortly ionic molecule. The single missile molecule repel the other single missile molecule and remain suspended into the water. Here you can see that inside it the long hydrocarbon chain and outside is the short ionic part. Inside it there is a oil or a dust or anything that you want to remove from the surface. And this is actually a missile formation. Missile is dissolving a grease. One missile molecule doesn't attract the other one because there is a repellent. They repel each other. And this is how water, by using water, the missile molecule remove the dirt. These are the further examples of the soap. This is basically the soap molecule. This is the long hydrocarbon chain which actually surround the dirt or oil, and this is the ionic part which actually surround by the water molecules. This is the mechanism of the soap which I have told you here, and I would like to brief it more. Soap molecule, as we know that it has two ends: hydrophilic end, which is water loving, and hydrophobic, which is water hating. In the solution, there is a grease or oil. When the soap molecule is added into the water, the the hydrophobic end is water repellent and long hydrocarbon chain attracted by the grease or oil or dust or dirt. And this is how a long more soap molecules gather together each other, and this is how missile formation occur and water remove the dust or grease from it. And now then moving toward the raw materials of the soap. It has basically three raw material algae.
मरियम बात सुने,
Yes, sir.
ये जो माइसल फॉर्मेशन का मैकेनिज्म बस इतना ही है आपके पास या और भी आगे किया है?
सर और भी है आगे.
अच्छा, इसकी जो डिफरेंट शेप्स बनती हैं, मतलब कौन शेप और वो
Yes,
सारी
sir.
शेप,
I have.
अच्छा बनाया है, मतलब
Yes,
किया है
sir. I
उसमें,
have
ठीक है।
written that.
हाँ जी, मैंने बस इसीलिए था,
Yes,
मैंने कहा कि
sir.
अगर यहाँ पे आपने एक्सप्लेन किया तो इसलिए मैं पूछ रहा था। अच्छा, इसमें अपने कंटेंट्स में जरा दिखाइएगा, अब रॉ मटेरियल के बाद आपने आगे क्या करना है?
After telling you the raw material, I would like to tell you the explanation of the raw material, then the
हाँ हाँ,
types of raw material,
ओके।
and then the types, explanation of it, and advantages and disadvantages of the soap, and homemaking remedies of the soap, and an explanation all about it.
ठीक है, ये एक सेकंड जरा।